The village was called Shahapur, but it was more famously known as the Village of Darkness. This name symbolized fear and mystery. Every villager knew something eerie lingered here. Strange noises echoed at night, people would disappear without a trace, and every 10 years, a mysterious shadow would descend upon the village, taking someone with it, only to vanish soon after. While people whispered about it being cursed, no one openly spoke of it. Aaron, a young and enthusiastic journalist, was intrigued by these rumors. He decided to visit Shahapur and uncover the truth behind the whispers. The question that kept nagging at him was, are these just rumors, or is there something truly sinister at play? When Aaron arrived, his first impression of Shahapur was unsettling. The village was eerily silent, with lights burning in every home, yet no one seemed to be speaking. It was as if the villagers were hiding something. Whenever Aaron asked questions, the responses were vague or dismissive. But Aaron was determined. The more they resisted, the more determined he became. On the outskirts of the village stood an old temple, locked and abandoned for years. The villagers feared the temple, claiming it was the root cause of the village's curse. Aaron decided that his first visit would be to this temple, believing it might hold the answers he sought. As he approached the temple, an unusual stillness filled the air. Aaron opened the temple door, stepping inside, where the walls were covered in eerie, ancient paintings. Just as he was absorbing the chilling atmosphere, he heard a voice. "Why have you come here?" it asked. Aaron turned to see Mataji, an elderly woman with a deep understanding of the village's past. Her eyes were filled with a mix of worry and fear. "You shouldn't have come here, son," she said. "This village and its temple are ancient, and its darkness is incomprehensible." Aaron asked, "Can you tell me more? I feel there's something more to this village." Mataji sighed, her voice dropping to a whisper. "Everything happening here is beyond our control. This place is cursed, and it will swallow you whole." Aaron was skeptical, brushing off her warnings as just another village tale. But his curiosity only deepened. He spent the next few days speaking to the villagers and searching for more clues. One day, in the village's old library, Aaron found an old, tattered book that spoke of the shadow, an entity that appeared every 10 years to claim a soul. It wasn't a ghost, but an ancient force that dragged people into a dark dimension. Aaron sought out an elderly man who had lived in the village for decades. The man confirmed the story, saying that the shadow had never died. Every decade it returned, claimed someone, and then remained dormant for the next 10 years. Aaron asked, "Is this true?" The old man nodded solemnly. "No matter what you think, it's true, and the shadow will never leave this place. We've all seen it. Now it's your turn." That night, Aaron was disturbed by a strange presence in his room. He turned, but nothing was there. He then heard a voice, "You've crossed into our world. Now there's no escape." The following evening, Aaron sensed something was terribly wrong. The air had changed, and the silence was unsettling. He heard a faint creaking sound and looked out the window to see unusual movements in the nearby forest. The next day, Aaron met Arati, a local girl who had lived in the village with her family. She explained that her family had also suffered from the shadow's curse. Her grandparents had encountered it, and their lives had never been the same afterward. Arati was determined to help Aaron understand what was truly happening in the village. Together, they ventured into the forest, following a path that led to a ruined temple. Aaron felt a growing unease as they approached, the air thick with tension. Arati pointed to the spot. "This is where the shadow first appeared," she said. Suddenly, a dense shadow materialized in front of them, taking the form of a ghostly woman with black eyes. It slowly moved toward Aaron, its gaze full of malice. Despite his fear, Aaron stood his ground. Arati screamed, "This is the shadow that has haunted us." At that moment, Aaron and Arati realized they had to perform an ancient ritual to banish the shadow once and for all. The ritual could stop the darkness, but time was running out. The shadow was closing in. Arati and Aaron quickly gathered what they needed and used the old book to begin the ritual. Just as they chanted the final words, the shadow lunged at them. Fear gripped Aaron, but suddenly a bright light engulfed them. The shadow screamed in pain and vanished, leaving the forest silent once more. Arati, with a faint smile on her face, collapsed to the ground. She weakly whispered, "The village is free now, but you must remember me." Her soul peacefully left her body, and Aaron understood that the village